Hello everybody and welcome back to Open Source Tonight. Today folks, what I wanted to talk to you about is snaps versus Flatpaks versus app images and all that. So these days when it comes to Linux packaging formats, there's a variety of options. We have RPMs, we have debs, we have whatever Arch Linux has that I don't even remember what it's called. We also, in addition to all of those, have universal packages, which include snap packs, Flatpaks, or not snap packs, it's just snaps, Flatpaks, and app images. And so app images being very portable, they work on everything pretty much, for the most part out of the box. I have played with them before. You can think of it almost like a portable EXE on your Windows systems. Then, on top of that, we have snap packages. Now, snap packages or snaps are from Canonical, the creator of Ubuntu. And they're prominently found in Ubuntu, but in addition to that, they're found in a variety of other parts of the Linux ecosystem. So snaps can work on a variety of things, and so can Flatpaks. So it's like, for example, with Flatpaks, I actually installed a Flatpak on my Rocky Linux system for a couple of applications I wanted that either wasn't in the repos or the version in the repos was older than I wanted it to be. And so I was able to get everything up and running on Rocky Linux thanks to those. So Flatpaks, one of the advantages I see that they have over snaps is the architecture is completely open, from what I understand, entirely, versus snaps, the back end of Snapcrafters, or whatever it's called, is actually proprietary. Now, the actual snap package format itself, from what I understand, is open source, and the packaging tools, a lot of them are open source, that kind of stuff. But again, the heart of the system, the server infrastructure that is running at Canonical, the creators of Ubuntu, which also created snaps, they are very proprietary. So app images, again, from what I'm aware, they're open source, but app images, I think, they're not really that interesting anymore. I mean, they're nice, I guess, here and there. But Flatpaks at this point, I have to say, I think is probably the preferred format for me. I don't really mind using snaps, and I even will use app images occasionally. But at this point, I think that Flatpaks is better. One, they're completely open source, open standard, all that. Number two, Flatpaks, as far as, for me, most of the stuff I want is in a Flatpak, and even there's a few applications like the Open Switcher software, which they don't have a deb package, they don't have an RPM package of it, from what I understand, that kind of stuff. But they do have a package that is a Flatpak, and so that's great. And the Flatpak, you know, for the most part works fine throughout everything. You know, I have had occasional glitches, as I have with snaps as well over the years, but for the most part, both snaps and Flatpaks just work these days. I do find that Flatpaks open, I would say probably a second faster, maybe 2 seconds faster sometimes than a snap package. Is the opening time of either the end of the world? Not necessarily, but I do think that if you're gonna have to go with one, probably just go Flatpak at this point. So, folks, let me know in the comments what you think about all this. I mean, at this point, you know, I think Flatpak is probably the format of choice, at least for me, that I like the most, but I still have snap packages around. I have Flatpaks and stuff, and I prefer to use, when possible, the built-in packages on the system. So, for example, on a Red Hat system, RPM, on Debian, Ubuntu systems, deb packages, etc., etc. So anyway, folks, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And until next time, goodbye, everybody.
And action.